Hey, what is up, you guys? It's Megan, and today we got a new trailer for the Sims 4 Parenthood game pack, and I am so excited. I've never done like a trailer review before, but I thought I would give it a go today so that I could share my thoughts on this new expansion pack here, or expansion pack, it's a game pack, here with you guys today. I've gotten a lot of questions about it so far, like if I'm going to get it whenever it comes out. The answer is yes, and it will be integrated into many of my Let's Plays, because in all of my Let's Plays I have children pretty much. So it's going to be a very fun pack, and I really hope that we can all enjoy this trailer together. So first we're going to do a full watch through of the trailer uninterrupted, and then I'm going to gather my thoughts, and then we are going to go through it again, and then I'm going to tell you guys what I think about it.
In the Sims 4 Parenthood game pack, develop parenting skills, enjoy fun family activities, and shape your Sims childhood. Now, you teach responsibility, good manners, empathy, how to better get along, and help kids control their emotions. From toddler to teenager, parents impact character values. These values are determined by a child's behavior and the choices you make. Meet Dylan, a single father. Every day, he's becoming a better dad. Leveling up the new parenting skill will unlock new choices. These skills will improve with practice. You can find tips online or learn tricks from other parents. But nothing beats the experienced hand of Grandma and Grandpa. Dylan is getting the hang of this parenting thing, but Junior's science project won't make the grade. The household next door runs like a well-oiled machine, except when the twins are in the same room. Chad and Maddie haven't gotten along since their diaper days. Sibling rivalries are new, but experienced parents can keep the peace by grounding their moody offspring, issuing a timeout, or keeping their kids busy in choreland. Maddie hasn't gotten the message. She's throwing shade. Perhaps it's time for an earlier curfew. You have the choice to raise kids with tough love or a warm heart. Why cry over spilt paint? In Parenthood, Sims truly shape the lives of their children.
I'm sorry.
Teachable moments give you even more control. The relationships children build with their parents are deeper, affecting them both throughout their lives. As Sims grow older and become young adults, they can unlock new traits. Create a responsible Sim, a Sim with bad manners, someone full of compassion, and more. In Parenthood, the future is yours to shape.
Okay, guys. There was a lot of new stuff in there. I don't know if you saw it all. We're going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to be pausing a lot talking about this. Let's turn this down a little bit. First thing I did notice was this new light right here. It looks like, I don't know if any of you guys had one of these whenever you were younger, but it was like something that put stars on the ceiling and like helped you fall asleep as a kid. I'm also noticing some new toys down here, like a purse, a teddy bear. I'm not sure what this hamper thing is, but that also looks new. Like, it looks like we're getting a lot of new decor and stuff in this game pack.
Parenting skills, enjoy fun.
Like, as well as this craft thing back here, this popsicle stick flower creation. We have this new work station for children, and then I'm seeing more clutter down here in the background. I'm also noticing some new clothing. Like, I've seen this top a few times in the trailer, as well as this one. I don't think that that's a new hairstyle for this for toddlers, but this is definitely a new hairstyle for teenagers or young adults. Also, this table in the background is very interesting too.
Fun family activities and shape your Sim.
And I think that this is very cute. The handmade drawings on the wall in the background here. Of course, I've seen this interaction where the kids are spilling paint all over the place quite a few times. I wonder if the Sims are going to have to like clean that up or mop that up. That'll be interesting. And also, look at this. She has like a checkered shirt draped around her pants. I wonder if that's going to be a new style item as well, like a clothing item. I think that that's going to be really interesting. But this is cute. It's kind of like generations, and that's a new hairstyle. And yes, I love this like new trait, empathy.
And help kids control their emotions.
Yes, I'm seeing so many new things on this trailer. The fact that you can like shape your kids more is everything that I've wanted. I know whenever toddlers came out, it was like you could potty train them, and then if they learned a bunch of skills, they got a little bit of a head start. But this kind of feels like it's a going on the right track to university. Like, learning things in your childhood days goes to better off you in older days, like whenever you went to the university and your sim completed, then they started whatever job they wanted to start at an upper level, not an entry level. This is kind of what that feels like to me. It's like you're really growing more traits and some stuff is being carried on, as opposed to a kid being rambunctious as a child and then that just going away because it didn't really matter. And that's something about like my Snow White Disney Princess series, is everyone's like, the kids have to have bad traits. I'm like, yeah, they'll be rambunctious, but then whenever they become a teenager, none of those traits stick. So I find this very interesting because like even in the toddlers, those toddlers can develop skills and that'll carry over as a child, but those skills as a child don't normally carry over to a teenager or a young adult. So this is a lot different. Also, this kid has acne on his face. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I think that that's a very interesting feature. So we're gonna keep on going. And like, look how dirty this room is. I noticed that. And then we have some science projects here, some new posters, some skateboards, little desks. This outfit I think is new. And yes, the draped pants with the thing. That's gonna be interesting. But yes, this room is super dirty and gross. And this is so cool too. This new UI, it reminds me of like whenever in the Vampire game pack they had like the Master Vampire coming along, so you can kind of check like, hey, these are how their manners are going. This is the emotional control. So it's like you can really track to see how your parenting skills are going. So like if you are an awful parent and you are not doing what you need to do, all these will start to go like red, I think. So I really like that there's a way to track it instead of it's kind of just like pulling a name out of a hat and being like bad manners. Like it's actually being tracked. It's kind of like whenever you could work on like skills for your pets and like teach them good and bad behaviors. So like you scold your pet, and back in the Sims 3. I'm really still holding out for pets in Sims 4.
These values are determined by a child's behavior and the choices you make. Meet Dylan.
There's another light there. Yes, and look at all the new stuff. Oh no, go back. I know I'm pausing a lot, guys. Trailer review official. So that shelf is old, but this shelf right here looks new, as well as literally all this clutter on the ground. I wonder if this is something you put in or if the room gets dirty as the Sims kind of evolve. I like this little new toy bin. That's very cute. And this table here. Also, that's a new shirt for toddlers. That little fire truck shirt. That's brand new. I think it is, at least. I don't remember it.
Every day, he's becoming a better dad.
No. Oh, he got bit. Okay. Hey, your room is very dirty. Please clean it. And he's like, sure. Oh, gross. Oh, and I think that's really interesting too. You can, like, I was wondering like how to be good at parenting. I'm really glad that they're implementing like maybe getting advice online or from other Sims. But like, what if you get bad advice? And also the fact that you can like get experience from grandma and grandpa, I think is so cute, because it's like, it motivates me to want to have more generations, like to kind of play with that and experience that. I'm also wondering about the science experiments, if like more logic is going to give you a better science project turnout, like if you're helping your kid or what. That's a curiosity I have.
But Junior's science project won't make
like, because that one's not very good, but maybe this one, like they had a really good logic project.
When the twins are in the same room. Chad and Maddie haven't gotten along since their diaper days. Sibling rivalries are new, but experienced parents can keep the peace by grounding their moody offspring.
So I think that this is really interesting because it's like whenever you have a child, meet a new baby, it's like finds out they have new, or meet new sibling, and then sometimes it'll be like a negative moodlet or a positive moodlet that just goes away. But I feel like that can now carry on into always hating your sibling or always really liking your sibling. And it also says experienced parents can kind of work on that a little bit more, which makes me curious because, like, if you're a new parent, are you, like, not going to be able to make your kids get along? I know that you can ground, which is interesting, but also, like, what does that mean? Does that mean that my sim can't leave the house? Or maybe they can sneak out? That would be an interesting interaction. I know that I know that my Sims don't really do much to like go out as teenagers, so I'm wondering if the grounding really has any other effect except for like a negative mood of like got in trouble. So we'll have to see on that one.
Issuing a timeout or
and oh my gosh, that interaction, guys, look at this eye roll. She's like, no thanks.
Busy in chore land.
Chores are good.
Gotten the message. She's throwing shade.
And that's also really interesting. She's like cursing, and the girl behind her is like, oh my god. So I'm wondering now, like, you could have potty mouths. You could have kids with potty mouths, which I've always wondered. I've always wondered if the Sims curse, but this now, guys, now we know for sure.
Perhaps it's time for an earlier
And this is interesting too. This board back here, so I'm wondering if this is where you assign chores, like Maddie always has to wash the dishes or Maddie always has to mop the floor, and if you set a curfew, then it's like your kid is already home. But as I mentioned before, the teenagers, they don't really go out too much. I don't know if there's gonna be more options for them to sneak out, to go out, to like have more of a teenage lifestyle. But right now, my teenager Sims, they just kind of hang out. They never really go out or get a curfew or anything, because I know back in like The Sims 2, maybe even The Sims 3, if the kids were caught out after midnight, the police would escort them home and be like, hi, this kid is out after curfew. So I'm wondering if they're going to implement something like that, or if it's going to just be a straight up grounding.
You have the choice to raise kids with tough love or a warm heart.
That's so
Cry
cute.
over spilt paint. In Parenthood, Sims truly shape.
This is interesting. Feeling forlorn, no one likes me, no one will ever like me. Why bother with anything anymore? I always love you, people like you, look around, life is pain, just keep going. That's a real life parenting choice that I'm gonna have to make. Not like, it's not like, oh, console, like make her feel better. It's like I actually have to try to shape this child's feelings with this UI menu. Like, I'll always love you. Honestly, I would always pick people like you, look around. Tell me down in the comments down below which one of these you would pick for your sim.
The lives of their children.
Oh, they picked that one and that one. Oh, wait. Okay. Mom has advised Lori affecting her character value. Emotional control decreases, empathy increases. Aww.
Control. The relationships children build with their parents.
And this is
are
cute
deeper,
too.
affecting
Oh,
them
family
both
dinners.
throughout
It was
their
what that
lives.
looks like to me.
As
They have
Sims grow older.
placemats on the table. Okay, so as you can see here, they have placemats on the table. They all have drinks. I know that you can already always have drinks, but I never completely have a full set of culinary items for my Sims during dinner. But I do like these placemats, and it makes me feel like we're going to be able to sit down to dinner a little bit more. And maybe that will also affect your kids' childhood. Because I know, like, whenever I was younger, they were always like, keep your kids away from drugs by eating family dinner with them. And I never really had a ton of family dinner with my family. Like, we would sit in front of the TV and eat. But there is always that stigma that having family dinners helps a family grow closer. So I'm wondering if that's where these are implemented, or if you can call the meal or call it a family dinner. These are all just speculations, by the way. I literally don't know anything about this pack.
As Sims grow older,
And that's a new hairstyle,
become young
too.
Adults, they can unlock
That's a new
traits,
hairstyle.
Create a responsible
And I think this is
Sim.
interesting.
A
It's like
Sim
you
with
unlock
bad
traits,
manners.
like whenever
Someone
you complete
full of
aspirations.
compassion, and more. In Parenthood, the future
Aw.
is yours to shape.
Overall, I'm super excited about this pack. I think it's going to be a great addition to The Sims. When I first heard about the trailer, I wasn't excited. I was like, oh, I don't care about Parenthood. But after seeing how, like, you can shape your kid's childhood and it affects them as an adult, that makes me so excited, because there's a point to it now, instead of, oh, I have this kid and it got to max 10 creativity skill, but once it turned to a teenager, it just didn't matter. Like, this is so exciting, and I would really like to know y'all's thoughts on it down below too. So let me know how you think that you would raise your kid, if it'd be warm-hearted or tough love, what you would have picked in that situation where the sim was concerned, Lori was concerned that nobody liked her. Which of those options would you have picked? And let me know what you guys think of the pack overall. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!